Hey everybody, this is David the Limit, and today we're going to take a look at 1 year of Mission Winnow from Japan 2018 to Japan 2019 in chronological order and everything that happened in between. Unveiling of the Mission Winnow livery for the Formula 1 Japanese Grand Prix 2018. The idea named Mission Winnow first saw the day of life at last year's Formula 1 Grand Prix in Suzuka, Japan. It was first shown on the 4th of October 2018 as part of an official unveiling for the race weekend in Japan. Already then it raised some controversy by the Australian Communications and Media Authority. The logo displayed on the cars have risen suspicion and launched an investigation after the broadcast on Australian TV channels. As health departments and human services started to complain it was just a smokescreen for PMI, Philip Morris International, who is behind the idea of Mission Winnow, just wanted to promote their products. Unveiling of the new Ducatis for the 2019 MotoGP season. On January 18th, Ducati unveiled their motorcycles for the 2019 MotoGP season, also with Mission Winnow as the main sponsors. I personally watch unveiling because I enjoy MotoGP far more as I do Formula 1, and not with one word, everyone who was there mentioned Philip Morris International. Not with one word. Is this a coincidence? I don't personally think so because they didn't want to attract unnecessary attention to the fact that PMI is their main sponsor. Unveiling the new Ferrari for the Formula 1 2019 season. On the 5th of February 2019, Scuderia Ferrari unveiled their new livery for the 2019 Formula 1 season as Mission Winnow as their new sponsor. Mission Winnow branding remained on the front and rear wings, nose and engine cover of the Ferrari SF90. However, it is now present in black instead of the white, like when it first appeared in late 2018 in Japan, since people complained the logo looked too much like the Marlboro logo. Even Jacek Oldzak, I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong, Chief Operating Officer at PMI explained, "We put Mission Winnow on the car and somebody told us it looks just like Marlboro. I said, look, I think you should go to the doctor, okay? Each of us has a history and we can entertain discussion about our history. But the problem is none of us can change it. So can we focus on what we have today?" Which is still remarkably funny to me. Which is not far off since you just turn the M, you can see some shapes as you can see on a simple Marlboro cigarette pack. Season opener for Formula 1 in Australia. On March 17, Ferrari unveiled a 19th anniversary logo for the Formula 1 season opening in Australia, ditching branding from the cars and team uniforms of a potential breach of cigarette advertising laws. Philip Morris said it continued to believe it complies with the relevant laws related to our activities around the world, while anti-smoking campaigner John Cunningham who highlighted the matter with authorities. This Mission Winnow website actually makes it much clearer what they are trying to achieve and what sort of business they are in. It has nothing to do with F1 cars, that's for sure. Tobacco companies are finally admitting that their only means of financial survival is to get people addicted to nicotine. They are going to pour money into research how to do what's most effectively, not for the benefit of their addicted customers, but for the benefit of the profits and shareholders, added Cunningham. Philip Morris responded, "We are aware that there are ongoing discussions related to Mission Winnow in Australia, and we are currently working with the Australian Grand Prix organizers to understand and respond to any concerns that authorities may have. Mission Winnow does not advertise or promote any PMI branded products. Instead, it highlighted our commitment to strive for better in everything we do. Mission Winnow provides a window into the new PMI and our partners, as well as our shared commitment and drive to constantly improve and evolve. Our Mission Winnow initiative includes the signature use on the Scuderia Ferrari livery. Our website complies with the relevant laws that apply to our activities in Australia and the state of Victoria." Now we know they didn't display the logos at Australia, but later on the Mission Winnow logos appeared at the next race in Bahrain. MotoGP Grand Prix at Le Mans. On the 19th of May, Ducati removed the Mission Winnow logos from the liveries, uniforms and even the entry list due to very strict anti-smoking laws in France. Ducati has a lot, in quotation marks, factory riders Andrea Dovizioso and Nilo Petrucci to create their own designs that will feature in the space where the Mission Winnow logos would have normally appeared. "It's nice to put my name that big on the fairing and to be able to make my own logo," commented Dovizioso. "It's something we haven't done before and I'm looking forward to see how it looks on my Desmodici GP in Le Mans. Imagine all the photos with my name on a red Desmodici GP. To ride a Ducati with my name on it in MotoGP is simply fantastic. I would have never dreamed about this," said Petrucci. The designs looked very similar to what West, the cigarette brand, used back in Formula 1 and MotoGP days, where they couldn't display their company's logos, so they just written the riders' names and underlined them. However, the Michelin logos later reappeared back in the next race in Mugello. Michelin removed again for the Canadian-French Formula 1 Grand Prix. On May 28, possibly to avoid bad press and protests, the logos were changed, Ferrari announced. Scuderia Ferrari will once again be celebrating the 19th anniversary of its foundation over the weekend of the Canadian and the French Grand Prix. Therefore, as was already the case in Australia, the SF90s, Montreal and La Castella will carry the logo celebrating the anniversary, as will the drivers and mechanics overalls. Michelin remains the title sponsor for Scuderia Ferrari in 2019. Since, like in France and Australia, the anti-tobacco laws are very strict also in Canada, so the logos were obviously removed. The end for Michelin Winnow, for now, somewhere around June 19th. As it seems Ferrari Formula 1 and Ducati MotoGP teams could run without their Michelin branding for the remainder of the seasons. It is suggested that amid growing external scrutiny on campaigns like Michelin, Philip Morris is considering removing the logos for a longer period than originally anticipated, and potentially for the rest of the year 2019. It is suggested that the Michelin branding will be taken off for Ducati for the next race in Austin, while they will not return to the Ferrari cars in the short term at least. The team's official names on the entry list has also changed, from Scuderia Ferrari Michelin to just Scuderia Ferrari, and from Michelin Ducati to the Ducati team. Both Ferrari and Ducati declined to comment. Philip Morris spokesman Simon Downing said, "As a matter of practice, we do not comment on rumors and speculations. As announced at the start of the season, we may on race-by-race basis provide opportunities to our partners to communicate messages in place of Michelin. But if you ask me, they were told to remove the logos by the law and not by their own free will." The return of Michelin. On October 7, the Michelin text on Ferrari's livery had made a comeback on the SF90 for the Japanese Grand Prix weekend, with Monaco being the last race where the slogan appeared on the car, as it violated the anti-tobacco advertising rule in Formula 1. So this brings us to the end. I hope you enjoyed this recap of the 1 year anniversary of Michelin, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye bye everybody.